You thought this was their show? Wrong channel. You know why we're here. To take over. No rules. No permission. No apologies. Just business. Found him! Ah! It's the Syndicate! Run! Nowhere! Business is booming, boys! We big and take over! What's happening, everybody, and welcome to the Suplex Syndicate. I am Tactical Santa, the Red Camo Reaper, joined by the 16-time hide-and-seek champion, the Elegant Sasquatch, and 30 Sprayoba, the scent rule.
Ruler.
You're gonna have to finish it out for me. The ruler. Okay. I got what you were doing there. Okay, I caught on to. But everybody, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. We want to go through something first. Once and always, we like to shout out the Elegant Sasquatch. He is the sponsor of the Suplex Syndicate, and he is making some amazing stuff. And if you guys missed out on a drop that he had Saturday, it was very, very limited, but I was lucky enough to get on it. Man, I can't wait to get it. It's an orange creamsicle. It is gone. It was like gone in like 10 minutes. Everybody wanted it. If you missed out on that, it's okay though, because I believe he still has this collection left. And before I got this, he told me that Zeus was a panty dropper, and guys, he is not lying. Zeus is fantastic. I wore all of these last week, and you will not be disappointed. But my kind of sleeper one is Hades. A lot of people are going to look at that and be like, I don't know if that's my style. That one is absolutely fantastic. Check out Hades. Ares is badass. Poseidon is an aquatic. Little light, so it's good because it's not going to project, and great for the office, great for being around people. But I'm telling you, Sasquatch, you got all four of these left, right? That they can go pick up on the site.
They're up on the website, thelegantsasquatch.com. Use the word suplex at checkout for 20% off. Site-wide, free shipping over $45. So, yeah, stop by. September 1st is my fall drop, so I'm going to have a minimum of 4, maybe 5 cents, depending on if I can get the last one done. So I got 2 boozy ones, 2 fruity ones, and for all you basic folks out there, I got a pumpkin one coming out.
Nice. So, Squatch, before we get into the show, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
It's a matter of age. Since you had a birthday the other day,
Yes.
is it true that you're now a 200-year-old Sasquatch?
I am officially 274 years old. I am just about unk status, just about.
Right.
You know.
So are Sasquatch years the same as human years?
They're in between like cat and dog years, so it's like 6.5 years for every 1 year. So
right. Well, I'll tell you what, you look good for 270
Thanks.
years old, whatever you are. Jay, if only we can look that good at 270 years old. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith that I'm going to look that good at 270 years old, but you never know. 30 Spray Jay, he may be the man that looks good at that. And since he's half owner, he's probably got half the fountain of youth.
Oh, no, he is a quarter owner. He's not a half owner. The real owner was telling me to get back to work a couple of days ago. If y'all follow me on social media, you would know. Yeah.
Well, speaking of getting back to work, fellas, there was a lot that happened on wrestling this week, and why don't we kick it off with some Raw? So, fellas, let's start off with Raw.
Yeah, it was fun. I can't say it was a good show. It was entertaining at that. Just put it that way.
I don't know. I think that the only thing I watched it for was to see if Solo rejoined the Bloodline. You know, acknowledge your one. And I think the whole time, once Roman said, "Hey, no one touch LA Knight," I knew it was going to be a cluster, and it happened exactly how I knew it was going to happen. Solo didn't. He was going to attack LA Knight, end up hitting Roman, and Jacob Fatu stood in the corner without touching nobody. Just watched Roman get his ass whooped, and that's going to put up some bad blood between the bloodline. But Jacob follows orders.
Right.
Straight to the point.
Right.
My question is Jacob a double agent? Is Solo a double agent? Is LA Knight, they say he is the new age Stone Cold in The Rock. And with The Rock and Moana box office falling and The Rock doubting his Hollywood status right now, maybe The Rock does. Every time The Rock's Hollywood kind of takes a sink, he comes back for a little bit.
Right. Yeah, it's almost like you can kind of see it because Jacob was forced to be in the bloodline. Solo, obviously, forced to try to be in the bloodline. Maybe those two are going to be partnering up, and maybe we'll see a faction more going on between the bloodline itself. So, yeah, I think that'll be interesting. What do you think, Squash?
I mean, right now, I really like what Solo is doing for face-wise and that whole pew thing.
Right.
Like, this is what, like, I understand when he first made his debut, what his role was, the quiet enforcer, but now they're actually letting him shine, and he's doing what he does best, and it's great. Like, I'd love to see this because we need more. It's not comedy. It's I would almost say it's almost satire type wrestling, and I'm really all for that. Like, and then with that spike that he gave on Roman, that was actually really, really good. I really like that part.
I'm just hoping that Solo will actually give me credit for all the pew training because
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to take credit for it, Dino? Is that what it is?
Tactical Santa knows a thing or two about pew, so maybe he'll throw some credit this way for the training I gave him.
Yeah, but does you were like his is just like pew and it goes everywhere. It's hitting people in like the third row. Yours is straight.
I can stop. I can only do so much, man. I can only do so much.
It's not the same.
Right.
But yeah, they also had a tournament. I guess almost it was a Lucha tournament. And the winner of the tournament will go on and face Roman at the AAA, I guess, WrestleMania card. So
it's either Mexico or Mexico City. I know it's somewhere.
I think it's Mexico City. Yeah.
They have 2 nights. So one night is going to be in Mexico City. The first night is actually going to be at MGM Grand in Vegas. And night 2 is in Mexico City. So it's a 2-city event, 2 nights, 2 cities. So, but I don't know what night that match is. I don't know if it's in Vegas or if it's going to be in Mexico City.
I'm looking it up as we speak. Go on, Jay. Give me a second.
Damian Priest and Ron Truth lost the titles. I would say that they pushed Damian Priest into AAA because if not, the next budget cuts. I don't know about Damian, but he's a superstar in his own right. So I really want him to go to AAA and really shine. El Americana Grande.
Well, wasn't Undertaker wanting to work with Damian Priest in AAA? Wasn't there something like a month or 2 ago? Wasn't Undertaker really hey, I want to push him down there?
Yeah, he actually made his debut down there, and he cut a really good promo. By the way, that match is going to be happening September 14th in Mexico City.
Okay,
so days after my birthday.
Yeah, so 3 weeks. So, yeah, they're going to still continue on with the tournament. In that tournament, you're looking the way it's looking like it's going to set up as the finals is going to be Rey Fenix versus Penta, but it's going to be a banger of a match. And unfortunately, you know Penta's going to win, so it's going to. I have a feeling it's going to be Penta versus Roman Reigns. Any other time, I would love to see this match. It's just, I don't really want to see it. I don't want to see it. You know, I love Penta. I just don't want to see this match.
I think it's going to be a good match. No, it's going to be a good match. It's going to show Roman Reigns' strengths. It's going to put Penta over, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the other thing too is they got to bring some star power to that event, because being 2 nights, you know, they really they're investing a lot into it. So Mexico is a huge market for them too. So I can see why they're bringing Roman Reigns down there, with Penta being one of their biggest stars coming up from AAA, coming to WWE. You know, I can see it. I see why they're doing it. It makes sense. That way, you know, they should generate some hype and some revenue for that one, you know.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, that was basically that's what happened on Monday night. So,
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
what do you got to say about SmackDown? Because I know that there was
SmackDown was a little bit different. MFTs actually beat Damian Priest and R-Truth, like you were saying earlier. So it looks like I have a feeling Damian Priest is going to turn heel again. And that's, to be honest with you, that's when he did his best work, is when he was a heel. 21 his title, you know, all the stuff with the Judgment Day. He can definitely be a heel. I think he's a better heel than he is a face, to be honest with you. It's just, he just has the persona. If he can bring back that Archer or Infamy character that he had, it'd be great, you know. And it will be, I hate to say it, but it would be sad to see R-Truth off of TV, because I don't know if he's going to be off, if they're going to push him as a singles guy or what. So, you know, that's
no. So I did read that R-Truth's contract isn't up from WWE until 2029. So we still got plenty of R-Truth, as long as, you know, they're you know how WWE is. So we'll see.
Yeah. I have a bone to pick with WWE, to be honest with you. They brought up Blake Monroe from NXT. How many months ago was it? Like at least 2 months ago. She still hasn't officially made her debut yet. And I don't know, like, they keep changing her music. She hasn't had a national match, like a legit match. It's just they are fumbling her, and they're fumbling her hard for no reason. At the same time, they had Julia. It was Julia versus Blake Monroe. They ended in a no contest. Julia, who was a powerhouse in NXT, is now having the handcuffs put on her, and she can't do what was making her great from NXT. This is one thing I'm constantly seeing, that these people are getting called up from NXT. They have one particular thing. Well, Shawn Michaels is like, yeah, do that. You're really great at that. Do that. And then Triple H and his team's like, yeah, don't do that. Whatever you're doing to make you popular, stop doing that. It absolutely baffles me. Why would you handcuff Julia and stop making her a powerhouse?
Right. You know, and that's the problem is I don't think they know what to do with all these women, whether it be on Raw or SmackDown. I think they're dropping the ball left and right. For example, you got Jade Cargill's faction. Why are we going? How many matches are we going to have with Charlotte and, you know, Alexa and that? What they should be doing is, now you've got 2 factions. You've got the other faction, the other group of 3 that came up from NXT. Let them battle each other. Let the fatal attraction or fatal influence, whatever. Let them battle each other. Put those 2 factions against each other. Let them battle each other. Why not?
Yeah, and like Fatal Attraction has all the belts right now outside of the heavyweight title. So of course, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't they want to push them to the top?
Right.
Like they're at the top of they're getting too close to the top of the mountain. Why wouldn't you want to do that with them? They don't want to do it. You know, it's just. And then speaking of tag teams, Nakamura announced or brought in his new partner, which was kind of crazy. I was actually really excited for this guy. I'm actually a really big fan of him back in New Japan. It was let me see if I can pronounce his name, Takahashi. He big guy. He's won the G1 Classic a couple times. He's a great wrestler. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his new name in WWE. I don't know why they switched his name from Japan to here, but it just means, I guess it means chaos. So you got the King of Strong style and chaos coming together. So that should be interesting.
Well, the name kind of fits because right now WWE's in chaos and has no idea what to do with any other wrestlers. So he's in a perfect spot now. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And I have a feeling Evil is going to be joining this match too.
What's that?
I said it kind of reminds me of a sushi roll. Like, it reminds me of a sushi roll.
Wow.
I don't know.
No.
I just don't think that do with Nakamura anymore.
Right. Well, with this group, because they are going to be going after the MFTs, and those 4 guys right there have history in New Japan. So I'm actually really excited to see. I'm going to start I'm still calling them, GOD, Gorillas of Destinies versus this new Nakamura group. I'm really excited to see this and see where it goes. They're probably going to botch this like crazy, like they normally do, but we shall see.
Right. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, but here's the thing, though: are they going to push first, going with that, or are we going to get some alliance with the MFTs and maybe Solo? And I don't know. The whole Samoan thing has this thing going on. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, Nakamura has been, for the last couple of weeks, been teasing his partner against the MFTs. So this is going to be the new rivalry for a little bit. So
until Triple H wakes up Monday morning and says, "Yeah, we'll go a different route."
The problem with it is they just have completely squashed the tag team division. Like, I don't know if we need some, like, I mean, and then every time that it gets dull, they're like, let's sprinkle in a ladder match or a TLC match or whatever. But honestly, I would love to see a title on the pole match or something like. Street Profits won the title, lost, and now they're gone. I know that Bianca Belair, she did give birth, so congrats to Montez Ford and Bianca Belair on their new arrival. But as far as the tag teams go, Ali and Hornswoggle, I missed that.
Speaking of the Street Profits, did you hear Montez Ford's diss track towards Jey Uso?
No.
Hey, the whole album is fire. The whole album is fire. You know what? Download that.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. I didn't even know he had an album out.
This earlier this week, I think.
Yeah, it reminds me of when WWE was more in the music scene. Like John Cena's debut album went platinum.
Yeah. Yep.
Montez Ford, he's got some bars.
Right. One thing I did want to bring up that I forgot about. What do you think is going to happen now with them putting Braun Breaker already trying to take on Oba, and Oba coming off beating Brock Lesnar best out of 3? I don't think that's a smart move, man. They're going to crush Braun Breaker because he's not going to win. We all know that he's not going to win. So what do you think happens to Braun? What kind of damage does this do to Braun's momentum?
I mean, it can't be any. I was going to say it can't be any worse than what it already was now or is now, because they had the rocket strapped to him, and then he keeps getting injured. So,
So what's going to happen is that's when Bronson Reed comes back, and then it's going to cause the rift between Bronson and Braun, because Bronson's going to come in and kind of smash Oba. because Bronson's coming back swole and jacked.
Well, you know, as much as I like that
split division,
as much as I've seen the pictures of Bronson Reed, he's a big dude, but Oba's 300-pounder and just a monster. I don't think there's any squashing Oba.
Yeah, but Oba talks with an accent. Now I'm confused. It kind of reminds me of Kofi Kingston.
It's okay. Paul Heyman's going to take the spot and be the mouthpiece soon anyway, so it doesn't matter if he can talk.
Just by the look that or the handshake that he gave after the end of that little meeting that they had, and that look that Braun gave Paul.
Yeah,
he's like, "Are you serious right now?" So,
I do want to address one of the comments in the room. Men Product says, also, there's a conspiracy about Nomad being a patch on Baron's jacket. So for those of you who don't know, Nomad means in the motorcycle world, no mailing address. That means you can go all over. But I'm really hoping they don't try to do a new Aces and Eights like they did with Bubba Dudley, having the motorcycle group. But yeah, he was wearing a Nomad patch. So who knows? But I don't know. Maybe they are going to try to make him the leader of a so-called motorcycle club. Who knows? We'll see.
And anybody else find it really, really, really in poor taste that you have all this talent and that can't get on any matches, and you let Dragunov leave, but yet you give a match to Little Yachty and give multiple spots to Little Yachty. And anybody else find that?
Whoa! Why are you hating, bro? Like all the musicians that have come into WWE and maybe even J.Ro, they all have trained. Little Yachty is being trained by two of the legends right now, and I bet you can give a great match. Don't hate, bro.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, with them releasing Dragon and Dragunov haven't done anything since the Rumble win. Basically, Brock squashed him for no reason. Like that, you don't see issue with that, Jay. You don't see where maybe one off you bring him in, you bring Yachty in, but not constantly week after week after week. I had the same thing, the same issue with Jelly Roll. There's no reason why you need to bring so many non-wrestlers in for wrestling matches.
Okay, but Bad Bunny gave one of the greatest matches of 2024,
and that was one guy, one time, and you haven't seen him since, have you?
Well,
and you haven't seen him since, have you?
I think the only reason they're doing this is TKO is in an absolute pinch because they owe money. And I think their thinking is if they can bring in guys like Little Yachty, who has a big following, that maybe that he can draw some of his following to wrestling and maybe they can capitalize on it. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's all about money, man. It's all about money. No way did Little Yachty go, oh, you know what? All I wanted to do in my life is wrestle. No, there was an opportunity. He got brought in. It's a money thing, dude. That's the only reason why celebrities come in to wrestling is because they're trying to get that guy's audience to start become a fan. That in my opinion, that's the only reason why they have him on TV so much.
Well, we have that. Would you rather have? Okay, let me ask your opinion. Would you have Little Yachty, or would you rock with Logan Paul in the YouTube world?
Well, as you see, both of them are making them money. So what does it matter? They're both brought there for the same reason. They had big crowds, and they're bringing money. So it's the same thing. Is it not the same thing?
At the same point, Logan Paul was actually really good right out the gate to the point where he's now a full-time wrestler.
Right.
He's still a rapper, number one. He's a rapper playing a wrestler. While Paul is a wrestler playing a YouTube guy.
Oh. And you're I'm not defending that is really a hot dog contest champion. I don't know.
Okay.
I am in no way defending Yachty or Logan Paul. I just am understanding the business behind it. The business behind it is you get more famous people in there who have their own crowd. It's odds are they're going to bring their people to view wrestling. Maybe they get more fans. That's the only reason it's done. If you go back to the first WrestleMania when Vince McMahon set this pace, saying we're bringing celebrities in, so we'll draw more people because they're already identifiable. That's the only reason they're there. That's the only reason.
You hit the nail on the head though. This isn't Vince McMahon. This is TKO. Now they're losing money in Netflix. They're losing money in ESPN. They're losing money in every aspect that they're just plummeting and burning money right now. So,
but whose playbook do you think they're going? Whose playbook do you think they're going by? You think they woke up one day and said, "We're TKO and we know everything about wrestling"? The playbook's already there. Vince McMahon already has it there.
But let Raw hit. Let Raw hit next week, and no chance in hell plays. Vince McMahon comes back. This could all be fixed.
TKO was just at AEW like over this past, what was it, on Thursday? I think it was Wednesday, Thursday. They're at that show, so if that tells you anything,
right?
Like I guess Tony Khan didn't realize they were at that show until after the show was already almost over. So,
right. I mean, here's my thing. I think it's cool when they bring celebrities in. I don't have a problem with it.
For one-offs, that's great. Fine. I'm okay with that. But when you're basically building a storyline around them and it's multiple weeks, not going into a pay-per-view, just multiple weeks. I have issue with that, especially when you have so much more talent that's not being showcased.
Sure.
That's where I have my issue.
I want to know though, do you think Baron Corbin was bluffing when he said he had the belt out for a shave?
No, since he still hasn't shaved it yet.
Well, he didn't have it with him the other night. And he said it was out getting a shave or getting a trim. Yeah, so I wonder if the belt's coming back with no frill on it. What do you think, Jay? Or is Jay frozen?
Jay does what he does best.
There he goes. All right, I think he's back. So what do you think about that, Jay? Do you think the belt should stay with the frill, or do you want the frill off the belt?
I lagged. I didn't catch any of that.
I said,
you want to shave the belt or not? That's what he's asked.
Yeah, Baron Corbin said last week that when he came out, he didn't have the belt, and he said the belt was out for a shave. So do you think he's going to shave the belt, or do you want it to stay how it is?
Shave the belt. I don't understand a furry belt. No disrespect to anything furry, but no, belts should look like cigar labels, and that's what it needs to be.
Right.
Unless you're the Ultimate Warrior, then it's just bright yellow.
Let's not bring that one up.
Oh boy. Well, all right, fellas. Anything else you want to talk about Raw or SmackDown before we move on?
I think that was it. Oh, you know what? No. We still got to talk about the main event, the CM Punk Kevin Owens match. How the hell we missed this? I don't know. The biggest part of the show, we completely spaced it off. CM Punk, Kevin Owens, as we spoke about last week, has had a match on Friday. They legitimately don't like each other. Going back 20 years, back in the ROH days. The match itself was actually pretty solid. It was a solid match until the end, and then Sami Zayn had to put his nose into it, and so he tried to give Kevin Owens the belt after throwing CM Punk into the ring post, and Owens is like, I'm not trying to win that way, and I guess Sami took offense to that, and then ended up hitting Sami in the face with the belt. Punk hit to go to sleep, and that was it. So that was the match. So I have a feeling either Saturday or Sunday night's main event, this upcoming one, or the next pay-per-view, it's going to be a three-way match between those three again.
Okay. I mean, the thing I loved about the match was the intro with CM Punk and his hockey mask, Black Hawk style. Jason Voorhees had Larry's paw print on it, made by Baking Jason and the guys that did the Bray Wyatt's costumes and everything. That whole match, and I don't know. I'm glad it ended the way it did. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that we have had Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn 3 or 4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but never for the world title, though.
Yeah, but I think I'm sorry to say, but I think CM Punk and Kevin Owens for the title is a great WrestleMania Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. And the reason why they didn't put the title on Kevin Owens is because WWE doesn't, and creative doesn't think he's in enough shape to be a champion. We're just coming off a massive injury for that long, and putting him into a high profile match like they did. I don't think they had the full confidence of giving Kevin Owens the title and actually being able him to go out like that and not get hurt.
Well, that, and there still is so much in the background of the Randy versus Cody and the Legend Killer being killed by the new Legend Killer. And I'm sorry, Randy deserves 15 or 16 title defenses, and it's going to end up Randy versus Cody at the end of this all. CM Punk's going to go off into the sunset for a little bit. Randy's going to get another title match. Now, my question to you is the way that Cody Rhodes dropped that promo on Friday, it's not a spoiler, it's a promise. Is Cody Rhodes the next Paul Heyman guy? Are we finally getting a Cody Rhodes heel
away from? We're finally getting American Nightmare. He's starting to plant seeds for it. But what the crazy thing is, it would have to be a double turn for this to happen. Ooh. So with RKO, kind of like what Stone Cold and Bret Hart did, where it was kind of like that back in, I forget which pay-per-view it was, where Hart won because he had the sharpshooter on him, but at the same time Stone Cold turned face. Yeah, so it's going to have to be a double turn for that to work, which can happen.
When does the Street Fighter 2 movie come out?
Good question. Give me a second, I'll find out.
It's got to be, that's worth a Google.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. October 16th.
Yeah, he's not turning heel until at least a month after that because he's the good guy in the Street Fighter 2 movie, so they're not going to take a chance of turning him heel. Kids will go crazy and not want to see it then, so yeah, he's not turning heel until after that. Would be my guess.
So then we have Sammy, Kevin, and CM Punk and their little triple threat. After October, Cody Rhodes turns heel, Paul Heyman guy. Boom. Finish the year outright. That would be great. I'm so ready for a Cody Rhodes like heel turn that I don't know. I'll stop wearing sunglasses and broad daylight.
I mean, I want to see him. I want to see him turn heel. I don't know if he's going to be a Paul Heyman guy because I think Paul is going to be exclusive with Oba. I don't think he's going to be wrapped up with Cody. Cody doesn't need a mouthpiece. I think Cody is going to be a mix of his father and the Nature Boy when he decides to go heel. He's going to go that route. He doesn't need, I mean, if you look at Cody Rhodes, he doesn't need Paul Heyman. He doesn't. He can do his own thing and be a heel,
But so you said it, exclusively Oba. We definitely need a new beast incarnate for Paul Heyman, and that is Oba. I don't argue with you with that. But it's time, if you've seen Brock Lesnar saying, you know, he's done, he's retired, he's ready to enjoy his kids. One kid's going to the Olympics, other kids are in sports and everything. Right. I'm ready to see what the next big thing is for Paul Heyman, guys, because it's not the vision. Nope, it's not the bloodline. We're not going to backtrack completely into the wise men. Right. So if we don't have an oracle and we don't have a wise man, what is Paul Heyman's title going to be for Oba?
Advocate, just like he was with Brock. Oba just stepped into Brock's shoes. You saw the passing of the torch. You're seeing what Paul Heyman's doing. It's a wash, rinse, repeat. Brock's done. Here's Oba. He's the new beast incarnate. He's the next biggest thing, and they're just gonna run it like that. He's gonna run through everybody. You watch. He's gonna crush everybody. Yep. You know, that would be
wait 6 months and we'll rinse it. Okay.
Right. But I want to see Cody turn heel. I want to see that. We all want to see that. But the thing that he's got going for him is he can do a promo. He can cut a promo. He can do everything that needs to be done. And let me ask you this, because you brought this up in the past. What if The Rock is the one that's going to be involved with Cody? Because The Rock was before, right?
Yeah. Nah, he won't. He won't. I can see it where Randy messes with him so much that he actually finally cracks, and then that's when the heel comes in. I can see it now, but that last promo that he cut, he's starting to get to him. Like Randy's starting to get to him, and I can see this happening. And so by not Sunday night's main event, but the next pay-per-view, I have a feeling he might be on his way out, like as a heel, I should say.
Right. Yep.
The thing that you brought up was Street Fighter. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I would think that WWE is going to promote it. Every time that WWE has put their foot in on movie promotions, it sinks. So maybe they just stay out and then do turn heroes. No matter what, that movie's going to sell. I mean, it's got Jason Momoa.
Right. Right. But you've got Dusty. I mean, you've got Cody. You've got Roman Reigns in it. The thing is Guile that Cody is playing is the hero. You can't have your hero in real life turn bad guy, and then all these kids that are going to want to go see it are going to go, I don't want to see this. He's a bad guy. They're going to save face and protect that film. Would be my best guess. After it's released, then he can do whatever he wants. But the build up to that, they are not going to let him go. They're not going to let him go heel until that movie's out.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Unless they do, and he gets written off of TV for a while to go do press for this movie, which I can definitely see happens. So.
Well, guys, I know we kind of we didn't really think about it, but we did one for tonight. But a top 10 list, and I'm going to run through this list, and it's going to be interesting to see what you guys think. So, are you guys ready for the top 10 list, Jay? You ready for this?
Sure. I didn't even know what was going on, so surprise me.
All right, so we got the top 10 most dominant wrestling champions. Coming in at number 10, Asuka. Her NXT World Women's Championship run was extraordinary. She went through her entire NXT run undefeated and ultimately relinquished the championship without being beaten.
And that was the downfall of Asuka, to be honest with you. Yep. I hate to say it, because if you put her on a massive winning streak like she was, and you beat her, now what?
Right. All right, guys. Number 9, Gunther. His Intercontinental Championship reign completely elevated the title. He consistently won major matches and became the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history.
Okay. So, WWE history, not WWF.
Intercontinental champion? Right, but who's the WWE Intercontinental Champion now? Because I don't remember now.
Isn't that
Chad Gable?
No, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable.
Oh, okay. Weak sauce.
Yeah. All right, number 8, John Cena, the face of WWE for an era. Cena repeatedly survived the company's biggest challengers and accumulated 17 recognized world championship reigns during his run at the top.
I can see it. There was a good 2-year period where he just, nobody could touch him. I could see it. Yeah.
Right. And number 7, coming in number 7 is Triple H. The reign of terror is controversial, but dominance is the question. During his early 2000s World Heavyweight Championship period, beating Triple H became a monumental accomplishment.
No, he wasn't even the best champion and the most dominant champion of his own time. Because that went to the Undertaker.
That would be sleeping your way to the top. Sorry.
Yep.
Number 6, Goldberg. Few champions have ever been presented as physically unstoppable the way Goldberg was during his WCW rise. His undefeated streak accumulated with him defeating Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
I mean, at the time in WCW, yeah, I give it to him because nobody was beating him. He was the hottest thing WCW had for a good while.
Right.
So, what's up, Shifty?
What's up, Shifty?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. I've been driving back from Minnesota.
There you go. All right. Number 5, most dominant, Brock Lesnar, the ultimate final boss. Lesnar's combination of WWE and UFC credibility made his championship runs feel different. And ending the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak made his subsequent title dominance even more imposing.
The only issue I had with that is he'd never wrestled. You can't be dominant if you don't wrestle. If you wrestle once every 3 months, how dominant are you?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Number 4, Hulk Hogan. Hogan's first WWE Championship reign lasted more than 4 years throughout the height of Hulkamania. Monster after monster was essentially built for Hogan to eventually conquer.
I mean, if you're going to say dominant, I would put Hogan on that top of that list for dominant wise. It's him and Bruno, and that's it,
Yep. I mean, you got to give it to Hogan. He was on the road 300 days.
It was more politics than dominance.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, though. 300 nights, 300 days a year on the road and wrestling how many days compared to these guys wrestling 4 or 5 times a month? If you want to talk about dominance, that guy was out there putting in work.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's definitely done more. He did. I think Hogan set the tone for the sport and for professional wrestling. He's the one that brought it like mainstream, really. Know, so I feel like he needs the kudos because of all that he did for even though people hate him, like it is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, he was garbage for the things that he said later on in life. But during that time period in professional wrestling, he was, he set the tone and made it mainstream. I mean, look when he went on Rocky, everybody knew who he was.
Right. All right. Number 3, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chiefs Championship run defined modern WWE. Reigns held the Universal Championship for 1,316 days, defeating a huge portion of WWE's main event roster before Cody Rhodes finally ended the reign at WrestleMania XL. What do you guys think?
I would put him on a list, but I'd move him down. He falls in that same bucket, especially in the latter part of his run, is where he wasn't wrestling. Yeah, he did wrestle more than Brock. I will give him credit for that, but there were still good chunks of that time where he wasn't wrestling or on TV.
Yeah, I feel like during that reign, I feel like we've seen Roman more lately on TV than we did when he had his run.
Exactly.
I don't like champions like that. Champions that they have the title, but they don't defend it. They don't appear on anything. So I don't know.
What?
I think that's about
This guy went from big dog to tribal chief, wrecked everyone left. Everyone you thought was going to beat Roman Reigns did not beat Roman Reigns. And he literally has to take a pill for his leukemia for the rest of his life. And you're telling me, oh, because he only wrestled a little bit? He wrestled more than Undertaker. And I love The Undertaker. He wrestled more than Brock Lesnar. Love Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns, tribal chief, that's not number 3. That's number 1. You acknowledge that one.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. Nope. I'm not acknowledging that one.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. I put him in the top 5, but no way he's number 1.
I'm sorry, Jay. As my man Jacob once said, I will not acknowledge your punk ass. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree with Squash on that one.
Yeah. You just keep driving. Number 2.
I am. I'm in Indiana right now. I'm in your neck of the woods.
Number 2, Bob Backlund. Backlund's first WWF Championship run lasted 2,135 days, nearly 6 years. His longevity at the top puts him in territory almost unimaginable in today's wrestling business.
Yeah, he was dominant. It's just that he just wasn't a star. So whenever we think of dominant champions, we never bring up Bob Backlund. That plus losing your belt in 8 seconds to Diesel at one time just kind of hurts your credibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got to look at when they're not talking about his comeback; they're talking about his reign that he had before.
Yeah,
and
you're not.
Nobody touched him. Nobody touched him.
You weren't talking about Bob Backlund as most dominant. In his era.
People weren't talking about Savage and Hogan and stuff like that.
I mean, in that time, it was more Bruno. It was Bruno, and then
Bruno was before Backlund. Bruno came, and then Backlund came, and Backlund was dominant for when he had it. He beat everybody. He was dominant. I mean, he won way more than he ever lost. So, yeah. But number 1, you already called it, Squatch. Number 1 on the list is Bruno Sammartino, the benchmark. Bruno's first WWF Championship reign lasted an astonishing 2,830 days. More than 7.5 years, he defended the championship against generations of challengers while serving as a promotion centerpiece. When you're talking about sustained championship dominance, Bruno is extremely difficult to put anywhere except number 1. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, 100%. Like he was Hogan before Hogan. Like he wasn't as popular, but he was up there. Everybody knew who he was.
Right.
So
I gotta agree. I mean, even before I knew what wrestling was, I knew who Bruno was.
Right.
I agree.
And that is the top 10 list.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. So.
Who would do you guys agree on number 1? Would you guys put him at number 1?
Yeah,
Is he definitely number 1?
The only thing that would have stopped Hogan from being number 1 is he lost it a bunch of times just to gain it back. That was his issue. Like, I don't know which one is worse. Losing the belt multiple times and gaining it back, or not wrestling. Just saying that I've held the belt for this many days. I don't know which one actually hurts your rep more. Personally, if I would have it, it would be you not wrestling. It would hurt you more than you losing it.
Right.
Because at least you try to put it up on the line. So.
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because we all sit here and go, wow, look at John Cena. He's the 17th time. Well, that means you lost it 16 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Then you got to put Ric Flair in that too. So,
right.
Yeah. I don't know why he's not on that list, to be honest with you.
Right. The best title reigns are really the ones of getting it back. Like Roman Reigns, Triple H, all those ones that held it for so long, for how many years, and no one could beat them and all that. It didn't really appeal that hard. Even when Roman Reigns was doing his tribal chief thing, I was like, oh, Kevin Owens, he's definitely beating him. Oh, John Cena, definitely beating him. Like you were always looking for that lose it to win it back. And that was before the finish the story of Cody Rhodes.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I really think the reason Roman Reigns held it on that long is because of the timing, the politics going on, because they wanted to bump Hulk Hogan's run, and he beat Hulk Hogan's run by, I think, like 20 or 30 days. I think that was part of it too. They wanted to bury that history with Hogan.
And then plus on half of that time was during COVID, so everything was locked down, and wrestling was at a really weird time where they couldn't really book well because they didn't have a crowd, and it was really, really, really strange wrestling.
Right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about next week? What topic do you want to talk? Do we want to have a topic again next week?
You know what? We could do since it's going to be Sunday. Sunday night main events next week, right? Or Saturday? It's supposed to be Saturday night, but they're doing this Sunday night. All right, you want to do top Saturday night main event matches? No, come up with something. I don't know.
Sasquatch's favorite sandwich is better than Saturday night main events.
Shots fired.
All right, little fella. You come talk to me when you have a solid internet connection and you can stay on the screen more than 30 seconds.
I've been on for minutes.
Don't
Dino hit the button, mother.
Dino hit the button.
I swear to God, Dino.
That's the wrong button.
Wrong button. He hit
took us all out.
Wow. Okay, that works.
You told me to hit the button, Sasquatch.
That's not the button I meant. All right.
Come on.
Okay. No. So
are we live?
I got nothing.
Live, Jay.
We should talk about like the top 10 greatest mid-carders.
You know what?
Or something like that.
You know what? Since we've been talking about the internet,
the fact that go for it. It's your show.
What'd you say?
Go for it. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, why don't we talk about our top 10 intercontinental title holders? Because since we've been talking about that today, I'm perfectly okay with it.
I'm cool with that, 100%. Absolutely.
What you got, Mr. Glitchy?
I agree with you. Intercontinental champions is great. I was gonna say mid-carders works well too. Of Dragunov leaving, the fact that they didn't push that guy.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. He's still he's like only 32 years old.
Yeah. Right.
Like I said, it was because of Brock Lesnar. He squashed him at the Rumble and just killed him. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, dead silence. This makes great YouTube.
I know. Yeah, I'm sitting here like, what are we doing?
So we're gonna do next week. We're gonna do top 10 Intercontinental Champions.
Yeah.
And Squatch, you still got everything on your site, guys. Go support Elegant Sasquatch. Jay needs his 25% because he moved and he needs to eat too. So get your 20.
Upgrade to that BIOS, that better internet connection, and we won't start calling him Mr. Freeze anymore. Okay, Arnold.
So definitely support the Elegant Sasquatch. Go get it. Use Suplex 20. I'll get you 20% off. Check out his stuff. He's got a lot of amazing stuff. If you are a bearded guy, if you're not a bearded guy and you shave, he has got a lot of cool shaving essentials. Check that out. He's also got bearded product and shaving stuff. So check him out. Thank you for checking us out. If you're Replay Squad, thank you for checking us out on the Replay Squad. Hope you enjoy the show, guys. It's always fun. And Jay, are you frozen or no?
Mr. Freeze.
No, I'm here.
Mr. Okay. All right. Guys, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
If you can, upgrade your internet connection.
You know what? I'll let that go. I'm in my peaceful stage. So yeah, I'll let it go. But maybe next week we'll actually have a steady. Hey, shut up! Suplex Syndicate is out. Push.